Welcome to this screencast about Liberty Public Schools' highly effective instructional practices. This screencast will walk you through the how and the why of the practices. There will be 4 parts that we will discuss in the development of the LPS practices. The first is the selection process, or in other words, how were these practices decided upon? It is important to note at this time that when we say practices, we mean both the strategies and the frameworks or structures. An example of a framework or structure would be reading workshop. We will also discuss the research basis behind these practices, support for classroom instruction, and resources you can use as an educator. The selection process. The innovation and learning coaches work together with the curriculum director and Diane Sweeney Consulting. We collectively researched and then determined the best practices that would support instruction and ultimately influence student achievement. The research. These practices have been researched to have a high probability of enhancing student achievement. This is for all students K through 12 and across all content areas. Here you see the resources that were used. They include best practice, where great teaching begins, embedded formative assessment, visible learning for teachers, and classroom instruction that works. You see several authors you have probably heard of before, including Robert Marzano, John Hattie, and Dylan Willem. Support for classroom instruction. Instructional strategies are a key component of the data team process. After data teams have collected and analyzed their data, a big step in the data team process is for the team to collectively decide an instructional practice that they will all take back and implement in their classrooms. More support for classroom instruction. Instructional strategies are included in the NEE indicators. In NEE Indicator 4.1, teachers are expected to use instructional strategies leading to student problem solving and critical thinking. When teachers are intentional in the selection of instructional strategies, students are better able to think critically, which helps them gain complex knowledge. Resources. We will now show you some resources that you can use when implementing these instructional practices. This is going to take us to a website that has been developed for you to use. So at the top of this website, you see all of the instructional practices. And then if we scroll down just a bit, this gray rectangle here, if you click on it, it will take you to a Google Doc that has all the instructional practices on them. The instructional practices are listed in the left side, followed by a description of the teacher and the student, what they will both be doing when that practice is implemented, digital tools, and then research basis and the connection to the NEE. Feel free to print this document out. If we go back up to the top, this is just the About page, which is what we're on right now. Let me go ahead and click on the Feedback tab and show you what the tabs look like. Okay, in the center here you see our title, Monitoring Learning and Providing Descriptive Feedback. Underneath it, you see the NEE indicators that are connected to that particular instructional practice. When you click on the NEE indicator, it will take you to a site that has more description on what that NEE indicator entails. And then underneath the NEE indicators, you see a What Is It section that describes the practice. Here where it says teachers and students, it tells you what each of those people, what the teachers and the students should be doing when that practice is implemented. Underneath that, how can I implement it in the classroom? Then going over to the right side, why does it work, which is the research basis behind it. Here we have tech tools that will help you implement the instructional practice that will hopefully help the kiddos master the standard that is being addressed. Then we have activities that work, other resources you can use in your classroom, or other resources that you can use to understand and learn about the instructional practice. And then we have classrooms in action. Here we're going to have videos of actual classrooms that are implementing the instructional practices. We do already have some videos up, and we will continue to add videos to this section here. So in conclusion, I just want to reiterate the importance of these instructional practices. They are research-based, based on thousands of research studies, to have a high impact on student achievement. Thank you.